looking at the weekend games, we have some very exciting results and also some very few shocking ones. Newcastle and Man City game was kind of exciting.
Very.
We had a result that most people did not expect. Actually, most people did not actually expect Newcastle coming out with a point in Manchester City game. It was just so evident that Manchester City are missing Rodri. They are missing Rodri. They've not gotten used to playing without Rodri and KDB in the same team. And for the fact that a lot of Man City players like Foden and the rest cannot fill in the show of KDB. It's really.
It was a good game. Although I expected Manchester City to win that game because I'm a City fan in the Premier League, so I expect them to win the league again. So Rodri was really missed in the game. Like I said in my post interview, that the problem of Man City is not just in the defensive midfield, also in creating. How many chances was created in that game? So it's not just Rodri. KDB was also missed in that game. So, but it was a good game, a good point for Newcastle. At least they are 7th to the table, and not bad for City as well. 14 points is good. But another game that was also shocking was Arsenal. What do you think about that game? They almost blew the opportunity to close the gap with Manchester City.
Arsenal almost drew the match. They almost drew. Coming out with a win in the 90th minute was not expected. A lot of people expected Arsenal to have a sweet ride, especially me. I think I predicted the match Arsenal to win 3-0 because I was kind of sure that Arsenal are going to have a smooth ride, especially with them coming out with a draw against City with 10 men down. We actually expected more for Arsenal, but thank God that they actually came out with a complete 3 point. Leicester City are a team that just came out from relegation. They've had a few shocking results.
True.
They've not been stable. We've not seen them do what we actually expected Leicester to do. They are kind of in the same bracket with Southampton and
Ipswich.
And Ipswich. But they actually played a good game against Arsenal, and they were so very, very unlucky not to come out with.
Yeah, they played a good game, but I think Arteta needs to do better, because if you want to win the league from Manchester City, these are easy games you can just easily win. To close the gap, he almost blew the opportunity. So if you want to win the league, I think I said it's going to be a 3 goals. I was so profound when I said 3-0, but it was a shocking result. But good game for Arsenal. They got the win and 14 points with Manchester City. Then the game that was surprising for me was Liverpool. I expected Liverpool to dominate the game. It also shows that this club, they are not willing or ready to take the trophy from Pep Guardiola, because Manchester City, they have dropped the points. Now, your opportunity to just blow. In Premier League, you need both the points and the goals. Sometimes the point wins you the trophy, sometimes the goals too. So I was expecting them to just at least 4 goals, 3 goals, but luckily for them, it was 3 points.
If not for that penalty, Liverpool could have gone home with just a point.
Yeah.
If not for the penalty.
And that's my fear for them.
And I think Wolves should try, because I was seeing a lot of Wolves players their pattern of marking is not professional at all. They were just holding Liverpool players. Like, you cannot mark that way.
Very unprofessional.
Very, very unprofessional. And it was giving their players a lot of yellow card. And once you've gotten a yellow card in a game, especially when you are not that experienced, it will definitely limit your chances, your style of play, because definitely you'll be playing careful so that you not have another yellow that will eventually lead to a red card, which would totally disrupt the game, especially against a side like Liverpool. But just as Arsenal was I just feel they had a bit of luck in there. Just as Arsenal was lucky, the same way Liverpool was also lucky, and they came out with a 3 points.
That was very good. But looking at, I can see that you're wearing a Chelsea jersey, so no need to ask you. It was a very, very good game. At least Chelsea won comfortably. They could have had more. Kopama would have had maybe 5 goals in the game. So it was a very good game from Chelsea. And so shocking, Enzo Maresca is flying in the Premier League. Nobody expected this, because there were so many players. They were saying, how is he going to cope with so many players? Chelsea signing players. When I just sleep and wake up and see the next thing is official, I just check Fabrizio Romano, official. You just get a new player every day, almost every day. But he's flying in the league. That's the most important thing. And you know what, I'm coming. You know what, I expected Brighton to actually come up with a fight. I was thinking that this game is going to be very stressful, but come on, it was so easy. Kopama, ice Kopama, flying in Premier League. Nobody expected that.
You know, when somebody is spending money, we will feel the person is wasting their money. When people that bought a club with that kind of amount and they've spent so much, it's not they don't want to throw the money away. Definitely, we actually saw that not all the signing was as expected, but they had a plan.
But I think it's a gamble.
And the thing is, we are all just like criticizing them because there was no instant results. And as we are not seeing results, everybody's kind of, it's like now they are seeing what. I, for one, I was not happy with Chelsea sacking Pochettino because I felt he was already having a bond with the players and the rest. Yeah. But somehow, the owners knew better. And I think bringing in Enzo Maresca have totally changed the score. Now we now have a pattern, and there's nothing like you coming to a big club. See, they will not give you time to start building process. You have seen the way 3 managers have been sacked. You come in and be asking for more extra time. It's so unrealistic. It's as if you are deceiving yourself. I get it. So kudos to Kopama. Kopama is a special breed. He's giving me this kind of joy that Eden Hazard usually used to give to us. Because there were times that Chelsea, when they were not doing well, you just see Eden Hazard 1, 2, 3, a goal, 2 goal. We are going with a point. 4 goals in first half. That's a record breaker. I don't think in a short, the only person I feel currently now that can break that record is Haaland. But Haaland scoring 4 goals in first half. Well, we'll see. Kudos to Chelsea. Kudos to Kopama. Kudos to Sancho.
Yeah, I think it was a good game for Chelsea. Like you said, the owners of the club, they spent money. At the end of the season, we'll know if it was a right spending, because actually at the end of every season, after much spending, we expect you to see that, okay, what do you have to show for your spendings? So they have spent money. When Lampard was there as the interim manager, they spent money. With Pochettino, they spent money. With Enzo Maresca, they have spent money. So at the end of the season, we're going to see what they'll come up with. But the game of the week was Manchester United, Tottenham Hotspur at Old Trafford. It was a very, very shocking game. And Eric Ten Hag proving to us in 3 years and counting that he's not capable enough to fit into that position. And it was a very, very poor game from Manchester United from the beginning of the game, even before the red card, which we're going to talk about that in our next video, if it was a red card that was deserved or not, or if it was supposed to be a yellow card. But for me, it was a poor game. The setup from the beginning of the kickoff, the Tottenham Hotspur were over Manchester United. It was a poor tactical setup from Eric Ten Hag.
Personally, I'm not even sure that there's any statical setup. I've been saying it. I said it last time that Eric Ten Hag should have a pattern. We are not seeing a pattern. You can have a pattern and it will not go well, but we are identifying you for something.
True.
Now, it is true that, okay, you can probably improvise when the game is not going your way and play something else. But there's no pattern, there's no setup, there's no tactical play, there's absolutely nothing. What I was saying is that Tottenham Hotspur is going to win Manchester United. Though I expected it to even be more competitive, but I feel somehow that the red card actually affected the game.
True.
Tottenham Hotspur players were just passing through the meet. It was just like a free ride. It
was like the boys were training.
Like it was just like a free ride. They were just passing through. If Timo Werner were to be more clinical, I think we would have seen more goals.
Yeah.
We would have seen at least 6 goals, 6 comfortable goals, which would have been so very, 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 very embarrassing. It is embarrassing enough because they've not been having the result of the status of Manchester United. Personally, I'm happy. It's a very good weekend for Chelsea fans, seeing that we are winning and Manchester United have lost.
So going forward, I think in that game, I just feel that Eric Ten Hag needs to go to his drawing board and he just needs to come up with something. He have not been able to identify his style of play. The right players, they have bought some players that he thinks fit into his pattern, but we watched the game, there's nothing in the attack. They are shaking in the midfield, not to write about. They are a bit better in the defense. I can give them maybe a 5/10 in the defense, but in other aspects they are so poor.
This is the third year in a club like Manchester United. there's nothing he can ask for again. The club have spent money.
He keeps saying that he has won trophies. I think two FA Cup. And the problem is a club like Manchester United. I don't know what he's doing to the management, but I feel Manchester United is supposed to be in the Champions League, fighting for the title every season.
If the club are okay with what he has won and they want to give him more contract, it's fine, but it actually shows how mediocre they are thinking. Because we know Manchester United to be a club that at least you reach semi-final of a Champions League game.
Yeah, true. They are very far from that.
So Eric Ten Hag is not the coach for Manchester United. If he can prove us wrong again, we don't know. But you will not blame anybody for saying that, for asking for Eric Ten Hag to be sacked at this stage, because we are not seeing anything in his building. We are not seeing a style of play. He keeps complaining every season that he does not have the kind of player he needs, and this club keeps giving you players. So what else do you need?
I think his excuses has been injury, but the biggest shocker, moving from that, the biggest shocker for me was Osasuna versus Barcelona. This was very, very painful for me and shocking for me because I expected it to be an easy win. I expected my team to run flying in that game, but you won't blame me for my prediction. Neither will you blame we the fans for expecting too much. We didn't know that Hansi Flick was working with the Osasuna manager to make sure that we the Barca fans don't just have a peaceful week. So he made some changes. He rotated the squad because we have Champions League match to play. We are aware that we lost our first match to Monaco because of the early red card we had in that game. But come on. I think as a Barca fan, I don't expect you to be flying, to be going for all trophies. If you can win us the league, that's okay. We don't even have the squad depth to compete for the Champions League, for the La Liga, the Copa del Rey. If you can just win one, as a Flick, win one trophy. Win one trophy for us. Forget about Champions League. For me as a Barca fan. So in that game, I expected us to win 4-0.
Yeah. I totally agree with you, because a club, no matter how big a club is, when you're in a building process, you should acknowledge that you're in a building process.
Yeah.
This is not the time for Barcelona to be competing for all the league. As good as it seems to Chelsea and Chelsea fans that the team is playing well, we cannot expect Chelsea to carry the league now. Even if it happens, just finish top 4 and probably
there should be those targets that should be met.
Yeah, just finish top 4 and probably get an FA Cup or a Carabao Cup. We are okay, we are satisfied. Then build from that from next season. Hansi Flick wanted to carry everything at this stage. I think it's very, very unrealistic.
Because the injuries in the squad, come on, we are playing with academy players, and I think we have not really seen the best of Hansi Flick. I think this is just the beginning. And for a manager coming to Barcelona with the financial crisis, the injury crisis, he's doing well.
He has done.
But rotating the squad because of Champions League, if he can take us far in the Champions League, because we obviously need the money from the Champions League, that's good. But I'm okay with La Liga trophy for us this season. So it was an amazing weekend of football. But as a Barca fan, I'm very, very sad. For the Manchester United fan, we are feeling the same pain, although it's almost a similar thing for Manchester United fans. Because every weekend is pain.
Manchester United fans,
they are used to pain.
Please don't be used to pain. Anything I can be used to pain. But I said it before. Please, they should not be used to pain. Because I have close people that are close to me that are Manchester United fan. This is a very difficult time for them. I will be there for you people. I'll be there for you people. So whenever you see my call, please speak. It's not everything I will taunt. Sometimes I will just call you to console you. It's not everything that is taunting. Sometimes it's just to come, because I know how they are feeling. And for the Chelsea fan, let us be happy. Let us be happy as it stands. Because the truth is that Premier League is a very dynamic. We are not praying for any injuries, but even if we have injuries, I feel we have players that can fill up for those roles.
So in summary, it was an amazing week in the Premier League. The big boys were flying this weekend. Manchester City, they dropped 2 points. Arsenal, they almost dropped 2 points too. Aston Villa, they had the opportunity to close up. They have the same point with Liverpool. They also dropped a point. Ipswich came strong in that game. Aston Villa were so lucky to come up with a draw in that match. So it was an amazing week of football, and let's see what next week will bring us.